the beginning of September again. Wake me up when it ends. Sorry, couldn't resist that joke. Some are starting school, others are getting ready for fall, and all of you watching are excited for video games. There's quite a decent amount of games coming out this month for the Nintendo Switch, and we're going to be talking about all of these games. Whether you've heard about them for months or discovering them for the first time, here are some Nintendo Switch games coming in September. First off, let's start with a remake of a farm game, Rune Factory 3 Special. A remake of the third installment of Rune Factory series is coming to the Nintendo Switch. You live life as a farmer and fighter as you balance both RPG combat and an updated farm sim. You live the life of the protagonist Micah with mysterious abilities as he transforms into a sheep monster thing, and while raising a farm and fighting enemies wants to find a way for humans and monsters to live in harmony. It has what you expect in a farm sim, from growing crops to fishing to even 11 different bachelorettes for you to choose from, all with updated graphics, new designs on the characters, a bonus newlywed mode which includes a new story, and a hell difficulty for those looking for the extra challenge. I've never been involved with the Rune Factory series, but this looks like a good entry point or a good way to relive nostalgia if you want to replay the original game. When it comes to actually doing the farm tasks, they seem a bit less tedious, and the game seems to be run at a fast pace. It looks super fantasy heavy, which is different from a lot of other farming sims that are more realistic, or with a focus on being super cute. And while this game may not be my first pick personally, I know others who love it or want to give it a shot. Rune Factory 3 Special releases on September 5th. Speaking of fantasy farm sim, here's another one. Fae Farm. You enter the magical world of Azonia, where you create a cozy space for your character and your friends. Create your own character and customize your own furniture as you grow crops, fish, tend animals, and find more magical creatures on the island. You can also embark on fantasy adventures as you look for resources and fight monsters. And of course, you can meet a bunch of townsfolk in the land, and would it truly be a farm sim if you couldn't woo them? Of course you can! Take all the time you need and go at your own pace, as you and even up to 3 friends can enjoy the comfy fantasy world of Fae Farm. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dismissed this game when I first saw this featured in a Nintendo Direct, but now that it's closer to release, it seems kinda fun. It looks a bit too chibi for me when it comes to design, but it seems like a game that fans of all things cozy could easily get lost into. Plus, the co-op combat should really break the monotony that can come with a farm sim. It seems like a really cute and fun game. It's $60, which is pretty expensive for a game like this, but hey, I'll be streaming it as soon as it comes out on my Twitch channel, so see for yourself what the game is like. It still looks really promising, dare I say, better than expected. Fae Farm releases on September 8th. Did someone say bombs? No? Super Bomberman R2. Super Bomberman R is finally getting a sequel. Play as Bomberman in this action puzzle party game where you have to explode all the bombs on the screen. It's a fun game with a bunch of different modes, from battle mode, which includes the castle, an asymmetrical battle between castle sides, standard, Grand Prix, Battle 64 where you can battle up to 64 players, and more. There's even a story mode as well, and a stage editor, where you can make your own custom stages with obstacles and gimmicks. I never played the original Bomberman, as the games weren't really my style, but I can see why a lot of people can get into the franchise. It looks fun and crazy and chaotic, and the online multiplayer, along with the Battle Royale mode, sound extremely satisfying and fun to play. Plus, it's a new Bomberman game, and he gets another chance to be on the Switch, which he hasn't had since the year the Switch launched. The original Super Bomberman R came and went. This is a chance to really revitalize the game and the franchise and give it more of a chance. Super Bomberman R2 launches on September 13th. While not a game per se, a DLC is launching soon as well. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the hidden treasure of Area Zero, the Teal Mask. The first half of the Pokemon DLC is here. Part 1, the Teal Mask, features you in Kitakami Hall, as you visit during the Festival of Masks, which includes everyone in festival outfits and all sort of Pokemon items in the stall. The DLC also features the Heroes of Kitakami, which are 3 legendary Pokemon that are worshipped in the town. Of course, the DLC will also feature another main legendary, new characters, an all-new story, and new and familiar Pokemon for you to catch. If you are a fan of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I'm sure you'll be a fan of this too. Out of all the stuff coming out this month, this is probably the one I'm looking forward to the least, but it is always cool to see new Pokemon and new locations. I just wish it looked better, and it's probably going to be just as glitchy as the game itself, but I don't know, maybe I'll still have fun playing it if I decide to get it. I'm really still not sure yet. Pokemon fans are going to love it though, and that's the important thing. Part 1 of the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, the Teal Mask, releases on September 13th. Next up is a much anticipated remake, Baton Kaidos 1 and 2 Remastered. Ooh, I am looking forward to these games. A full remake of the two Baton Kaidos games, Baton Kaidos Lost Wings and the Lost Ocean, and Baton Kaidos Origins are coming to the Nintendo Switch. The first game tells the story of Callus, who seeks revenge for his family while taking on the evil Alphard Empire, while Baton Kaidos Origins takes place 20 years before the first game. In both games, you face a fantasy world where you explore exotic locations, all of them looking super amazing in their updated renders. Plus, both games have a unique battle system that combines turn-based combat with a card system, which can sound super intimidating at first, but the remaster promises to be more inclusive to new players. I'll be honest, there's not a lot I know about this game, as Nintendo isn't really advertising it. There isn't much on the eShop page, it's not mentioned much in social media. I didn't even know it was coming out this month until I did some research on what's coming out in September. It's an overlooked release of the month, but I feel more people should know about this game, as it looks like a fantastic RPG. It was originally made by Monolith Soft, the folks behind Xenoblade, and the remaster is being worked on by Bandai Namco. It's an exciting remaster that I am looking forward to trying, even if I'm not able to beat the games. Baton Kaidos 1 and 2 Remastered releases on Switch September 14th. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 games releasing on September 26th. All of them cozy. Game number 1, Minekos Night Market. In this game, you play as Mineko, a girl who arrives at her new home in the Japanese-inspired island on the base of Mount Fagu. Everyone there worships the sun cat Nico, and people have begun to see the cats spotted on the island, and it's up to Mineko to explore the night market and see what's going on, making sure Nico doesn't fall into the wrong hands. While figuring out the secrets of the island, Mineko must balance daily activities, craft items for the market, sell those items at your store, and do a bunch of adorable and cute side quests. And yes, it's cute because this game looks absolutely adorable. I love the 2D character designs and the cozy vibe the whole game gives off. The mini games to make your items look really fun, and look full of variety, and the shopping system looks a lot of fun too. This game has been mentioned with wholesome games for quite a while, and seems to be one that's really popular among a lot of people. And it just looks so cute! I cannot wait to play it. Game number 2, Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos. The Harvest Moon franchise returns with Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos, where your character enters the land of Anthos to farm, raise animals, and interact with villagers, as you do with most of the cozy games, including a lot featured on this list. There is also a story that mentions the Harvest Goddess and how they saved the land from a devastating eruption, and it is up to you to reunite the Harvest Goddess and save the citizen. Raise livestock, grow crops, participate in festivals, and do your best to make the land of Anthos a prosperous place. I know that this is present-day Harvest Moon and not past Harvest Moon / current Story of Seasons, but for a recent Harvest Moon game, it looks fine. The character designs remind me of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and that may not necessarily be a good thing, but I can see the appeal of it all and how cute it looks. Again, not the most exciting game that I'm looking forward to, but still exciting to Harvest Moon fans for sure. And finally, the last cozy game that comes out that day, Paleo Pines. Did you think Stardew Valley was missing something, and that something was, oh, I don't know, dinosaurs? You and your new pet dinosaur live in the town of Paleo Pines, and you must farm and interact with the townsfolk to help restore the once great town. And you must raise a dinosaur farm and interact with the townsfolk to help restore the once great town. Unlike most farm sims, however, there are a multitude of dinosaur species where you can find them, tame them, and have them in your farm to raise them. Use your knowledge of dinosaurs to help uncover the mysteries of the island. Use the power of music to recruit dinosaurs onto your farm. And don't forget, you can ride them too. That's really cool. This game looks super adorable, and I can see myself having a lot of fun with this. I was able to play the demo for Steam Next Fest, and it was so nice and incredibly cozy. Plus, you don't see a lot of games with dinosaurs in them. At least, ones that you don't fight said dinosaurs. Paleo Pines is unique in that way and offers something different to the cozy game table, which, as you can see with the previous ones, sound very similar in appeal. But I don't know, Paleo Pines is enough to make it different. All three of these games, Paleo Pines, Harvest Moon, Winds of Anthos, and Minekos Night Market, release on September 26th. And finally, the last game we're talking about today that comes out in September, the Mysterious Cocoon. This abstract and super atmospheric game is where you travel through different dimensions with the help of this crazy orb. You use the orb to either travel into smaller dimensions or travel out to bigger dimensions, using the orb to swap to each area as you solve all sorts of different puzzles. The transitions between level to level look absolutely seamless and astonishing, something that seems super impossible to do on the Switch, but is done! It's extremely mysterious, and other than the unique and trippy visuals and gameplay, we really don't know too much about it, other than that the lead gameplay designer is the same person who made Inside and Limbo. But that's okay, because it gives off a strange but captivating vibe. And it really intrigues me. Like, what's going on here? Why are we going through all these dimensions? Why does the orb have the power to go deep inside one area and out outside another? How can changing this dimension will affect another dimension, which could lead to another dimension? All the possible different ways that gameplay design will be used. I am really looking forward to this one. If you want to give Cocoon a shot, it releases on September 29th. And those are some Nintendo Switch games coming out for the month of September. What games are you looking forward to? And are there any games that I forgot to mention? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned for more videos.